On the streets of London, a struggling musician and an orange cat became unforgettable. But neither knew they were about to save each other. Before Bob, James Bowen played music on rain-soaked pavements, often earning barely enough to survive another day. By daylight, he worked among hurried strangers, watching hundreds pass as though he did not exist. One exhausted night, James climbed toward his small apartment, expecting nothing beyond another silent evening alone. Then a faint meow stopped him. He turned and saw an injured orange cat watching from the corridor. James crouched slowly, careful not to frighten him. The cat stayed tense, but his eyes seemed to ask for help. James left food and water nearby, then backed away, giving the frightened animal the choice to trust him. James opened his apartment and entered. After a brief hesitation, the orange cat crossed the doorway behind him. That night, the unexpected visitor stayed, and James realized the tiny apartment no longer felt completely empty. Morning revealed the problem. The cat was limping badly, and James knew he could not ignore it. With almost no money, he carried the cat through the rain, determined to find professional help. The examination confirmed an injured paw and infection. James paid what he could, sacrificing money he badly needed. Back home, he cleaned the wound, gave medicine, and patiently earned the trust of a street survivor. Days later, the cat attacked a loose shoelace, pulling an unexpected and long-forgotten laugh from James. When James left for work, the cat followed him through the doorway, down the stairs, and outside. James tried to send him home. Instead, the cat climbed onto his shoulder, as though his decision was already made. At the next street performance, the orange cat stayed beside the guitar case, silently studying every passerby. People who once ignored James began stopping. The first coins fell for the music and for the unlikely friendship. Soon, the cat rode proudly on James's shoulder, turning an ordinary street performance into something people remembered. Wherever James worked, strangers slowed down, smiled, and finally looked directly at the man they had once ignored. Bob became a bridge between James and the world, creating kindness where there had previously been only silence. Even in heavy rain, they stayed together. Crowds gathered beneath archways, drawn by their resilience and unmistakable bond. On city buses, Bob watched London move past the windows while curious passengers smiled at the inseparable pair. At home, their life became simple: food, brushing, warmth, and the quiet comfort of complete trust. Caring for Bob gave James structure. He cleaned, planned each day, and slowly began caring for himself again. But their new life remained fragile. One sudden noise in a park sent Bob pulling toward danger. James reacted instantly, reaching him before the road and lifting him safely into his arms. Still shaken, James held Bob close. The cat rubbed against him, revealing how terrifying losing this friendship would be.
The leaves are falling, the wind is cold. City streets feel like home.
Phones appeared around them. People recorded the musician and his companion, carrying their unusual partnership far beyond the street. At night, James counted the day's coins and began recording the story that had transformed his life. Bob interrupted whenever possible, placing a paw on the page and walking directly across the open notebook. Still, James kept writing, turning hardship, recovery, and an extraordinary friendship into words others could understand. Interest grew quickly. Cameras arrived, interviews began, and Bob stole attention without ever needing to speak. During each interview, James described survival and second chances, while Bob settled on his lap like the true star. Soon, strangers recognized them outside, greeting Bob first and walking beside James simply to share a moment. For James, the greatest change was not fame. It was finally seeing himself as capable of rebuilding his life. Through cold winters, they continued performing. The weather changed, but the crowds and Bob's loyalty remained. Bob also changed strangers. A brief touch, a quiet glance, or one small smile could brighten someone's difficult day. Eventually, their story became a book, carrying the friendship between one man and one street cat around the world. What began with a faint sound in a dark corridor had become a journey neither could have imagined. Yet their most important moments remained private. A warm room, a shared bed, and the safety of being together. When James played before larger crowds, Bob stayed close, the same cat who had once waited alone in a corridor. At sunrise, they could face the city that nearly broke them and see the life they had rebuilt together.
Ready to go, buddy?
Each morning, they left the
Come on.
apartment side by side,
Good cat.
no longer two lost souls, but one determined team. Bob gave James more than attention or income. He gave him responsibility, purpose, love, and a reason to keep moving forward.